Hi everyone, this is Dee with the Paper Drawer. I wanted to share with you today 3 tag accordion journals that I made. And I have a friend that we were chatting in email about trying to make these. The inspiration came from Suzy at Shabby Soul, so we thought we'd give it a try. She actually finished hers a lot faster than I did. And mine just kind of morphed. It's loaded with Tim Holtz stuff, and it just went on and on. I made 3 of them because I did one, and I wasn't sure if I liked it or it was going to turn out, so I started another one. And then I wasn't sure about that one, so I started another one. But I like how they turned out. So I wanted to go through them with you. I'm going to list one of them in my Etsy shop. One's on reserve. And I probably will keep one for now for myself. So I'm only going to list one. So I'd like to just do a quick flip through of these. They don't really need to be tied, but I thought it just was cute and added something to it. So I've got this string at the antique shop, and it's a huge roll of it. It's on a big old cone. So it came from some kind of a mill, and it's kind of a greeny gray color. I really like it, so I thought I'd just wrap it around 3 times and close these up. I do have a Tim Holtz charm on this one, on all of them, and it's hanging by one of his little clasps. I use the frame. These are brand new, and I really like them. And I used one of his little buttons. So this is the cover. Let me show you how it accordions. Like this. Never done anything like this, so for me, it was not confusing, but I had to really think about where things were going to go and how they were going to go. So it was different, but it was fun. So let's go inside and take a fast peek. Let me just show you this too, and I think it's in this one. Yeah, I like how this paper, I curled it. I just kind of rolled it on the edge, and I really like how that turned out. I did it further back, and I think I did it in one other one. But it's one of his chipboard tags. They're pretty thick, they're pretty sturdy, and I like that. So this is the inside cover. And I've got his new journaling card. And then this is a tab that I die cut, and it's got a little window in it. This is collaged on. And here's just another set of tags. And then this is just a little round one that I cut. This is a flip, and it's held closed by one of his little tiny number clips. Pretty simple, not much to it. And then I just die cut these 2 tags. Okay. And then I just put a little bit of his field notes on this one, and then just small ephemera pieces. Oh, and I have one of his word cards I stuck in there. I like those, so I wanted to add one in there. So that goes in. And you can see the little portrait peeking out the top. I like that. I made sure that she was up high enough. So here's the next page. This is just collaged. And then I fussy cut this out of scrapbook paper. And again, only for the fact that I really don't like the white. I know you can journal on it, but I try not to leave it white. But since I think he has paper dolls, the minis, in the same look, but I fussy cut around them and just made a tag out of it. This is just collaged, and it's just got a simple journal card and then a tag that I die cut. That sticks in this pocket here, and then I just make sure it's clear so you can see her face. I like this abandoned paper, so I didn't want to cover it. I could have collaged it, but I wanted to leave it. So I glued her in as a background, and then I put a bouquet of flowers right under her chin. And here's another place where I just rolled this just with my fingernail. And I really like that look. And then I die cut these 3 tags. And I did one of his brads to keep it together. I put Scotch tape on the back of the prongs, and then I covered it with scrapbook paper. So those just tuck in there. Oops. And that's the back of the book. So then when you flip it this way, it starts again. This is a little accordion mini that I did. I tied it closed with string. And again, it's kind of curled and wrinkled. And it goes out. Let's get it all in frame this way. And then it has 3 pages this way. Okay, and then you just tie it closed with this. And it has one of his little bolts on the top. This page is just strictly little pockets. So I've got this top one here. I die cut that. Just stuck it in. And here's the back of her head. Again, it was white, so I just fussy cut it. Put scrapbook paper on it. Here's this little tag with a bulb pin. And I die cut these. And I wanted to show you this little tiny swivel. It's a fishing barrel swivel. I got them off Amazon, and this is how they come. I think I have a couple of boxes of these, but they come in different sizes. Really tiny, and then they get bigger. I've even used these big ones on these because I kind of like the opposite. Instead of something dainty or that fits the charm, I'll just go with the big one. But this is what they look like. Oops. Okay. So that's what I use on a lot of my things. So it rotates because sometimes it's hard to, they won't lay flat. And then they'll turn. You can't get them flat. But these little swivels will make them lay flat. And you can keep turning them. Again, I think I showed this earlier on in one of my very early videos when I started YouTube. But I wanted to share that again with you to remind you. And then here's just another little flashcard. I backed his number little strip or tags. And that's how I do the tag. And that just sticks in there. This is just collaged. And I have one of his tags, double-sided tags, and then I die cut this little round tag. Okay. Again, this is just collaged, and this has 2 tags in it. This is from his new journal card packet. And then this is one of his vellums, and you see the little girl in it. And then when you lift it up, there she is. Okay. I like that look. I've used that before, but I really like how that turns out. And then this is the linen tape that's holding it. It's pretty strong, so I think it'll be fine. So that's that. And I flip the page again. And I did 3 tags in here. I did the rolling again on the edge. I like that. This is the mini paper dolls, and you can see her sticking her head out there. I like that. You can tuck those down, and she would show a little bit more. Okay, so I made Rolodex cards. I have a punch. It's a Heidi swap. They do 3. The punch does 3x5s. Okay, so I made these. Then I made this little tiny die cut set of tags, and I put one of his little charms on it with one of his little brads. Did the same thing, put scotch tape over the prongs, and then I put scrapbook paper just to hide that prong. And then this is just one of the bigger cards from Field Notes, and I backed it with one of his new scrapbook papers, the maps. Then I have this page, and I really love the butterfly. So I wanted to keep it just as is. I didn't want to collage over it. I probably could have collaged those two, but I really wanted that page simple in that and left it. So I went ahead and die cut one of his tattered butterflies. I thought it turned out cute. And I put it on a little swivel again so it turns and it lays flat. So I used a little tiny swivel on this one and then a jump ring. And then we're back to the front. Okay, so that's that one. Here's this one. And there's the little girl peeking out at the top. And as you turn the pages, you'll see her peeking again at the top of the page. So here's this one. I used one of his baseboards up here, the thicker ones. A little journal card. I love that print on the back. Just a little tiny pocket. And then this is how this one accordion. This one is a little bit narrower page-wise. But again, it still works. I still like it. I thought it turned out pretty well. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so there she is peeking out. And this is a pocket. On this one, I actually had sewed the pockets on. I just made these little tags. You can journal on the back if you want. And then this is just a side pocket. One thing kind of fun about these is that you can let this stuff stick out. I really like that. And then this little card sticks out. It's just, you know, glued down there, but it sticks out. And then you got the butterfly page, paper. Okay. This is just collaged. Sorry. And then this is a regular Tim Holtz paper dolls. I glued back on abandoned paper because they're white on the back. And this is just background. This is glued down into the pocket so that when you take this out, you have something just to look at. So this goes down in here. Oops. Yep. Okay. This is just a kind of a belly band. I put a little bouquet of flowers in her hand. And it just sticks back down in here. And there's the little girl with her head peeking out. Okay. And then this is a pocket. It's sewn. And on this one, it was just one of his journal cards. And what I did was I just crinkled it all up, and then I got my little distressed inker, and I just went over it. I liked how that turned out. Just kind of grungy. And then here's another one of his new journal cards. I really like that. And that goes there. And then here's another one of his little buttons, and this is one of his larger journal cards. And this is the back. So then we'll go this way. And there's the little girl. I put a little bouquet of flowers, like a pin, on her. And this pocket is empty. You could put something in it. I left it empty because I like seeing her. I could have done something short, a tag short, but I decided not to. So I just kind of left that one as is. Then this flips up. Double-sided tag. Here's this little stitch scrap. And then just did a little bit of, not collaging, but just added a few little things on it. Okay. And when you close this, that sticks out. I like that. Oh, and there are the little girls there. You can see them. Okay. And then on this one, it's from his mini paper dolls. Field Notes Butterfly. Here's 2 Rolodex cards that I cut. And here's another journal card, and I backed it. This is clipped closed, but this is kind of just of a little bit of flip. It's not folded even. That's okay. It's not supposed to be even, so it unclips and it opens. And I used his linen tape to just add it in. And then the little clip goes up, and then this flips this way, and it has a little tiny card in this little tiny pocket up here. And actually I put 2 of these together so that there's something on the back. So that sticks in there. And that's that. And then you're back to the front. Okay, so that's this one. And the last one, I use the frame again. Use one of his little word cards, vocabulary cards. It's tied with the string again. And this one accordions like this. Okay. And then when you open it, this is the front pocket. 2 Rolodex cards again. And then I made this little tiny, oh no, this was one of his journal cards. I just creased the top, and I used one of his number tags to put as a little tab to pull it out. That's collage. Okay. This is just a pocket. This was one of his new photos. I just cut it and just got part of the car and the man in it. And then I just stuck in a little journal card in the pocket. And there's the little man peeking out. Okay. And I did the same thing. I backed his head because it was white, and you would see it when you look on this side of the page. Made this little card. I added a little tile, and then collaged, and then used his mushroom from Field Notes, and it just opens up, and the mushroom closes, keeps it closed. Okay. It goes in here. And then here's another little pocket. I backed it with scrapbook paper. And then I have 2 journal cards in here. I did the same thing. I crumpled this paper up and tore it, and whoops. And then added the 2 little girls. And then it has a little side pocket here. And they tuck back down in here. And this is the last page. This is a circle that I cut, and then I just put a butterfly in the middle of it. And that's the back. And then the charms hanging on the back side with the tag. So when you flip this one over, you go this way. It's just collaged. It opens up. Lion frame. Yeah. And then this was one of his double-sided cards. And I went ahead and just added a few things to it. This is a pocket. This is just collaged, as is this. And then I have a little slit here, and then I have this little journal card. Okay, So she slips down here, and it looks like she's kind of in that little grouping with the guys. Okay. Oops. And here's that man. I crinkled him up also to give him creases and things. So I like that. I tore some of it too and just did some things to it. This is one of the new journal cards. So I thought it would look cute to have him with his head popping up. Oops. Well, there. Like that. Okay. And these just have 3 journal cards. These are the new ones. And then the tabs again are his numbers. So they go in here. And then we're back to the front. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed going through these with me. Again, I will list one in my Etsy shop. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks.